with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up another number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A short throw there pulled in by All. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Quez Watkins, 50 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This 2nd and 4. Now Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2nd and 10. Richardson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Downs going in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Touchdown! Jelani Woods, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here we go. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Here we go. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by All. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, it's Davis Price.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
3rd and goal from the 6. An inside give, Brown. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Off play action. Richardson.
They'll roll him out right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on. When you got multiple defenders in the area, winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Taylor. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Richardson to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this 2nd half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Richardson working from the gun. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Richardson to throw off play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Miles Murphy in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They defer to Brown to start the drive, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st and 10, Taylor now to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Looking deep here for Chase.
They've got his man complete.
There he goes again.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. A nice gain at 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Richardson back to throw it. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Richardson to the air on first down. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Now it's Richardson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to score.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts get a bit closer. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season, and it's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go play action with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl as we say thank you for watching and good night.
On the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.